Reinforcement, maintaining attention and motivation. In this segment, we'll go over the principle of reinforcement and how to best implement reinforcement to help our students stay attentive and motivated. Reinforcement is any stimulus that increases the likelihood of a behavior being repeated. So if we have a student who's paying attention or working hard, we can reward the student with giving them a minute to play on their phone. If they enjoy playing on their phone, then it's more likely that this student will continue to pay attention and work hard in the future. Types of reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is the addition of a stimulus to increase the reoccurrence of a behavior. Examples of positive reinforcers: verbal reinforcement, a minute to play with a favorite toy, a minute to watch a favorite video or play a game on a phone, or a stretch break. Verbal reinforcement is likely going to be one of the main reinforcers that you'll use with your students. It can be as simple as telling them that they're doing a great job whenever they're doing their work, or having a conversation on a topic that they find interesting. Then we have negative reinforcement, which is the removal of a stimulus to increase the reoccurrence of a behavior. An example could be reducing the amount of time spent on a section that the student doesn't enjoy working on. How to implement. First, know what your student finds to be reinforcing. Each student is going to be different. Second, let your student know what they'll be reinforced with and when. So if you have a student who's working on some math problems, let them know that, hey, we'll take a stretch break after we complete these 10 problems. Allow your student access to a reinforcing activity after completing a desired behavior, like paying attention. If your student does not pay attention or complete the task, then do not reinforce them. Give them an extra opportunity to complete work and then reinforce them once they've completed that task. So if we have the student who's working on the math problems and they complete all 10 of them and are focused the entire time, then immediately after that work, allow them to have their stretch break. But if they don't complete the problems and they're not paying attention, then allow them an extra opportunity by saying, hey, we'll do 2 more problems. If we do good on these, then we'll have our stretch break. So this helps maintain the student's motivation, but also by reinforcing them only after doing activities that we want to see them repeat. And finally, redirect your student back to the next task once time for reinforcement is up. Then repeat the process when your student has continued to do a great job with their work. Things to consider: the age of your student. If you have a younger student, they may be more motivated to play with a toy, whereas an older student may be more motivated to have time on their phone. The duration of your session. You want to make sure that you space out your reinforcement times and also that you're not spending too much time in reinforcement and not tutoring. Will the reinforcer be a distraction? If you think that your student's going to be distracted with the toy or phone that they may use, then it may be best not to use that as reinforcement in the first place. Can a parent help out? Particularly if you're working with a younger student, a parent can help introduce and take away a reinforcer just so that our student's not distracted. Reinforcing too much. If you reinforce too much, then your student's going to become satiated, meaning that they're going to be less interested in that activity and also less interested in doing work. And also making it too difficult to have a reinforcer. If you make it too difficult to get reinforcement, then your student's going to lose interest in the middle of doing work.